How much I can summarize it. It's like it's and then the rest.
Good. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Councilman Justin Brannon. I'm the chair of the Coney Community Advisory Committee. Upon receipt of a completed application in response to the request for applications is issued pursuant to New York Racing, Wagering and Breeding Law, Title 2A, the Commission will establish a Community Advisory Committee for each application received based upon the physical location of the proposed gaming facility. Accordingly, having received a completed application for a project at Coney Island, Brooklyn, the Commission has established a Community Advisory Committee for the applicant, the Coney. By statute, such Community Advisory Committee consists of appointees made by the governor, the New York City mayor, the state senator, the state assembly member who all represent the district where the proposed facility is to be located, the borough president where the facility is proposed to be located, and the city council member representing the district where the facility is proposed to be located. I will now call the roll of the appointed members of this CAC. Portia Henry.
Here.
Alex Summer. Here. Jessica Scarcella Spanton.
Here.
Marissa Solomon.
Here.
Antonio Reynoso. Here. Okay, and I, Justin Brannon, pursuant to New York General Construction Law 41, a quorum shall be established by the presence of 4 members. Since a quorum of qualified members is present, we can continue with business. Okay, so now I'm going to read the Coney. The applicant submitted 10 amendments. This now? Okay, the next item of business is going to be sorry, we got to do this first. The next item of business is the approval of the minutes from the organizational meeting held back on July 30th. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion.
And do I have a second? Okay, it has been moved and seconded that the minutes of the organizational meeting held on July 30th, 2025 be accepted as presented. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Are there any opposed to those minutes? Okay, hearing no opposition, the motion carries and the minutes are approved. Okay, now, consideration of the application amendments to the Coney application. As per guidance issued by the Gaming Facility Location Board on June 23rd and September 3rd, 2025, a Community Advisory Committee may solicit changes to a bidder's application with limitations. A bidder may make a promise, commitment, or obligation. All promises, commitments, or obligation must be definitive, meaning not incumbent on future state or local discretionary action and unconditioned inability of the bidder to perform. A Community Advisory Committee may request a bidder change or modify their application. Changes, promises, commitments, or obligations must be incorporated into the application for the board or commission to have any role in the enforcement of such. No change or modification necessitating a change to either the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act or the New York City Environmental Quality Review process can be considered. The Gaming Facility Location Board developed a form to memorialize and transmit any requests for change or modification. On September 12th, the committee received a formal amendments to the Coney application from the Coney team. Amendments were updated and provided to the committee on September 19th and September 25th. I will do my best to summarize the 10 amendments that were submitted. Amendment 1 to the Community Investment Fund. The Coney Community Investment Fund will offer $100 minimum shares for Coney Island residents only, designated to provide wealth building opportunity to Coney Island families at an affordable cost. Amendment 2 to local hiring practices, hiring 30% of permanent jobs with residents from Coney Island, 50% from Brooklyn, and 95% from New York State. Amendment 3, traffic and transportation enhancement plan for traffic reduction, a commitment to measures in their transportation report. Expected to reduce car trips by about 27% when compared to a non-action scenario. Amendment 4, the ferry service and dock rehabilitation, an increased public benefit investment spending and traffic reduction by $10 million investment in infrastructure costs to prepare Steeplechase Pier for ferry access, and a public safety fund, which was raised to $100 million for NYPD, FDNY, and EMS. Amendment 5, design, use, and massing of the sky bridges. They have reduced the heights, widths, and levels of both the Stillwell Sky Bridge and the West 12th Sky Bridge design. They removed gaming use from one level each. Overall, these changes reduce the size of the sky bridges to the minimum amount viable to connect the various buildings and uses while maintaining the project's overall viability. Amendment 6 is a food security fund. The applicant committed to providing at least $5 million in funding to local nonprofits to combat food insecurity in Coney Island. Amendment 7, the Coney Trust Board composition and funding. $300 million that local elected officials such as the mayor, borough president, state senator, assembly member, council member representing the district will be added as members of the Coney Trust. Amendment 8, neighborhood strategies for minimizing disruptions during construction. They will create a comprehensive plan for work on or near EDC-owned properties. Amendment 9, resilience hub and emergency preparedness. There's a commitment to emergency preparedness items, such as working with relevant city agencies to designate emergency corridors from the Western Peninsula to local hospitals, integrate with the city's official emergency response network, and formalizing the Coney's designation as a resilience hub. And finally, Amendment 10, wayfinding, a commitment from the applicant to include wayfinding or clear signage to direct visitors to local landmarks, such as the Wonder Wheel, Nathan's, Coney Island Museum, and the beach. Okay. Committee members reviewed the full text of the Coney's team proposed changes that I just mentioned. The full text of those amendments are available on the CAC's website. At this point, we will move forward with a vote on whether or not to accept the changes by the applicant. And I will call each member individually to vote A or nay on the proposed changes. Portia Henry.
Aye.
Alex Summer.
Aye.
Jessica Scarcella-Spanton.
Aye.
Marissa Solomon.
Aye.
Antonio Reynoso.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The changes proposed by the Coney team to its application received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive votes, meaning the changes have been accepted. Okay, now the committee, as required by statute, has reviewed the Coney application. It's held 2 public hearings on August 26th and September 10th and received emailed and written comments regarding the application. This committee will now vote on a finding establishing public support, approving or disproving the application. For an application to be advanced for the Gaming Facility Location Board consideration, 4 affirmative votes must be received. On the question whether the Coney, as presented in its application today, should advance to the Gaming Facility Location Board for consideration, I will call on each member to vote aye or nay on the question, and should they desire, they can explain their vote. Portia?
Can you put the mic in the middle?
Question whether the Coney, as presented in its application, should advance to the Gaming Facility Location Board. I call on Portia Henry.
Aye.
Okay, Alex Summer.
As the mayor's office has emphasized throughout this process, we believe casinos can serve as major economic development initiatives, creating good paying jobs and delivering benefits to the city, region, and local communities. With that, I vote aye.
Okay, Senator Scarcella-Spanton.
Nay.
Representative Marissa Solomon.
I just want to thank the Nice Tech Consulting team for all their hard work in organizing these meetings, Andrea, Noreen, and Joyce, and the rest of the Nice Tech group. I also like to give many thanks to Assemblyman Alec Burke-Krasny for all of his support for the residents of Coney Island and appointing me to this committee and giving me the real privilege to represent my community. I also want to thank the other members of the Community Advisory Committee for their work listening to the voices of the people of Coney Island, as well as the people throughout the city who love Coney Island. Coney Island is both a home to the thousands of residents who live here, and it's also a place that is truly loved by so many people all across the city and beyond. And it was really incredible to read all of the comments that people sent into the committee and to hear just how special Coney Island is to so many people. Coney Island really makes up a part of the soul of New York, and especially for the working people of this city, it's an irreplaceable treasure. And I hope that we continue to recognize what a unique and valuable place that Coney Island is, and that Coney Island can both receive the investments the people in the community really need, and that we could also protect, preserve, and grow the Coney Island amusement area and make sure that Coney Island always remains what it always should be, the people's playground. And with that, I vote no on this application.
Thank you, Borough President Reynoso.
I vote nay. I just want to let all of the community know that always throughout this process, we're going to be here and we are family. And there was a lot of disruption and uncomfortable moments throughout this process that I wish would have never happened. And I hope we didn't make irreparable harm to each other in our community, because we're always going to be here. And even if we disagree, we don't need to be disagreeable or disrespectful. To the Coney application, I just really feel that if they would have put forth an effort a lot earlier in convincing the community or putting forth a lot of these amendments, that maybe the conversation could have been different. But this last minute effort and an inability to truly change minds in the community have made it so that I'm voting nay. Thank you.
Okay, and I, Justin Brannan, vote nay. The question of whether to advance the application to the Gaming Facility Location Board has received 2 positive votes, meaning the application has been disapproved. CAC will record its vote with all members endorsing their vote. We will promptly transmit our determination to the Gaming Facility Location Board and the applicant through NICETech. In addition, this committee will provide a copy of all materials upon which the non-affirmative decision was based on to the Gaming Facility Location. Do any of the members of the CAC have any other items they want to present for consideration? Okay, hearing no other items for consideration, I want to thank my fellow committee members for their public service over the past couple of months. And this meeting of the CAC for the Coney is hereby adjourned.